然后一直不到长城，非好汉，今天终于变成好汉了。
It was great to see this great one, and it was nice to climb on too. We're right here at the Great Wall, representing Sweden. Must be a monk. Thank you.
我是爬上来的，看见了吗？
Auf Deutsch, das kommt Ihnen besonders gut an. Versteht es keiner und das macht auch.
觉得很高兴，主要是我们的卡给了外宾一个great surprise， 和我们最初的想象基本是一致的。空中生活杂志和会务主办方专程设计了长城英雄卡，此卡由空中生活杂志陈彦生先生拍的照片，里面是这次16届国际飞行研讨会主席潘毅先生的签名与印章。
This new topic is about radio frequency interferences. Mr. Rhodes holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from the University of Oklahoma and is a licensed professional.
The topic of this symposium is improving flight inspection for next-gen technology. Then why on earth do we need to further discuss an Earth-based navigational aid?
The next item I'd like to draw your attention to is the DME error trace that is associated with that unlock that was experienced.
We have two papers from Mr. Liu Tong. Mr. Liu Tong is the Director of Development and Research Department of China Flight Inspection.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me introduce the first author of this paper is Mr. Pan Yi, and it's my second time to stand on the stage of Flight Inspection Symposium to present our paper.
Mr. Wang Xiaowang earned a bachelor's degree in automation in the year 2004. And a master's degree in automatic control in the year 2007. This was earned from the Northwestern Polytechnical University.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wang Xiaowang from Xi'an Radio Institute of Navigation Technology. It's my pleasure to be here for introducing the test for the performance of G-bus in China and the analysis on flight test result.
The second presentation will be presented to us by Mr. David Powell. Tom Walter was in charge as a co-author, according to my documentation. The title of his presentation is The Effect of Space Weather to GNSS, Deep GNSS, S-bus and Flight Inspection. Mr. David Powell has a bachelor in science in mechanical engineering at the MIT. He is a doctor in aeronautical and astronautical engineering at the Stanford University. And he joined Stanford in the year 1971, where he is currently an emeritus professor.
The title of the paper is Space Weather. And space weather has to do with phenomena in the sun. I've showed you some good pictures here, some solar flares.
The following 4 papers, 2 this morning, 2 this afternoon after lunch, and the discussion panel, serve to augment this basic guidance and detail steps that the specific countries and organizations are taking. The first paper in this section can be found on page 237 in the Procedures Manual, and it's co-authored by Timothy Lovell and Jeremy Irish, and it's presented by Mr. Lovell.
As John mentioned, flight validation is a fairly new concept, and even though it's been around for a long time, the implementation of it is very new. The FAA implemented flight validation in 2008, been doing it for about 2 years now. ICAO is very close to implementing it through the Doc 9906 Volume 5.
The next presentation is a dual presentation by Fabrizio Marchi and Glenn Bizinet.
My briefing this morning is shared with Fabrizio. I'll present the background of the ICAS task team from ICAO to develop flight validation pilot training and certification guidance material. And Fabrizio will walk you through each of the elements of the flight validation process.
So as you can see on the slide, this flow chart is basically the entire flight validation process after the design of the procedure.
Here our verbs have been introduced previously. Fabrizio spoke just this morning. Brad spoke this morning, Brad Snelling. And at the far end, there's Shinsuke Yamauchi, who is a JCAB flight inspection pilot. And he is responsible for implementing flight validation.
As Nelson said, I'm the manager of the newly formed ICAO Asia-Pacific Flight Procedure Program office located here in Beijing.
Today will continue to be reflected in the quality manual, and so that's where we are on that front.
You know, writing an ICAO document requires, I think all of you think that to write an ICAO document, technical skills are required. Yes.
And then finally, I want to talk to you about how I see the flight validation is really a system of safety systems altogether.
My name is Shinsuke Yamauchi, flight inspection pilot from Japan. This is the first time to come to IFIS.
So now I think we're ready for some audience participation. If you have comments or questions, let's hear from you.
The next presenter is, we'll continue with the flight validation. The next presenter has a section, it's page 261 in the manual, Donald Pate. He was formerly the FAA program manager of the Instrument Flight Procedure Standard Program.
Thank you. It's very much a pleasure to be here, part of this symposium.
The next presenter comes to us from Germany. Captain Thomas Wede is a senior pilot and training captain at Common Aviation Services in Germany with AFI flight inspection.
My presentation this afternoon is procedure evaluation and validation with pre-production databases.
Now we will have two papers, one topic. Let me introduce the modulator first. Mr. Fabrizio Marchi.
The first paper is titled Improving Flight Inspection by Process Automation. And is promoted by the C-level aeronautic of Ina Obedoy, Marcello Mannino of IDS, and Alessandro Nobiletti, also of IDS.
And of course, we do not climb, do not reach the top. So there are a lot of challenges in the near future, connected especially with the new procedure of the other moderator, the other speaker today have discussed.
That is a live test in live scenario. So the expectation is that over the end of this year we start using it. At least we will implement it gradually. It's quite a complex system.
The next presenter, which is Mr. Thorsten Heike, has already been introduced during this symposium.
What I would like to do is to talk about a little bit about ADS-B. This is a topic announced in flight inspection nowadays all over. We have some systems around who can flight inspect ADS-B signals, and I will show you a little bit of this.
And thanks also to all of you for listening up to the very end. Thank you very much.
I'm not a speech. Just introduce my co-host, Mr. Yang Sun and his team. They are from Beijing, China Aviation Supplies Holding Company. Welcome, Mr. Yang Sun and his team.
My name is Danny. I'm the director of Air Travel Magazine, and I'm the leader of co-hoster team. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of the boys and the girls of my team. I'm proud of my motherland, China.
I'm Maggie. I set up the aircraft show and I host the Chinese